Hello, I'm Ben Thomas with AL.com, along with my colleagues Josh Bean, who covers Birmingham, and Daniel Boyette, who covers the Huntsville region. We've just presented Mr. Football to Asa Martin for 2017. Looking ahead to 2018, guys, a couple of good quarterbacks, probably contenders for 2018.
Yeah, I mean, when we start talking about the 2018 Mr. Football, I think we start with the quarterbacks. You know, Talia Tagovailoa at Thompson, Paul Tyson at Hewitt-Trussville, and then Bo Nix, who led Pinson Valley to the 6A state championship. Those are probably the three top candidates, all junior quarterbacks, all guys who had big seasons. You know, Tagovailoa and Tyson threw for over 3,000 yards. And, of course, Nix looked great, Daniel, in that 6A championship game.
Yeah, being the runner-up for Mr. Football, obviously he'll be the front runner going in. He just lit it up this season. Big question is who will throw the ball to next year. Allen Daly will be at Kentucky, it looks like, so have to find a new #1 target. But he spread the ball around a lot. I mean, most of the time, completing passes 7-8 receivers a game.
Yeah, and Paul Tyson was a guy who was not here today. He was not a finalist for the 7A back of the year, but he did throw for more than 3,000 yards. Daslin Worsham, a really highly thought of receivers back, and Pierce Quick, who was named the 7A lineman of the year, who was here today, of course, won the award. He'll be back. He's just a junior. He's a guy, guys, we know how difficult it is for a lineman to win that award, but Pierce Quick could be a guy who could possibly do that. It's been a little while since Reese Dismukes finished as the runner-up, but it is possible for it to happen. Andre Smith won the award. It'll be interesting to see if maybe those guys cancel each other out a little bit.
Yeah, and you think Tagovailoa and Nix are going to put up big numbers. I mean, just by who their coaches are. Mark Freeman,
right,
who won it with Tyler Johnson a couple of years ago at Spanish Ford, is a prolific offensive guy. Same thing with Bo's father, Patrick, obviously. Bo's been here 2 years in a row, right, Daniel? So who else, Daniel? Anybody else from the Huntsville area we should be looking for next year?
I guess the one dark horse is going to be Reddy Stewart at Austin. He's a 4-star defensive back, but you never know if he'll see some more time on offense. Between losing Asa Martin and Antonio Robinson, that's 3,600 rushing yards right there. So they may need Reddy to play some offense. You combine that with his defensive skills at corner and safety, and he could certainly be a dark horse candidate.
And he's also a guy that returns kicks too.
As
I mean,
well.
so I mean, that big plays can make a big difference in the Mr. Football discussion. And Ben, down in the Mobile area, you guys have a small school guy who had a great season. Introduce this young man to folks.
Yeah, Jermaine Brown's only a junior. He was the 2A back of the year for St. Luke's, scored 54 touchdowns running or throwing for St. Luke's. You know, guys, it's just hard for somebody in a lower classification to win. Clint Mosley won 10 years ago now in 2A
That's right.
Leroy. Could another guy like Jermaine Brown win? And if not, maybe Chris Abrams-Drain is a guy a lot of people across the state maybe haven't heard of. He's only a sophomore for Spanish Ford, athlete, plays a lot of different positions on offense, maybe a dark horse there.
Well, you know, we'll be following this 2018 Mr. Football race throughout, but it's always fun to kind of take a look ahead and see what's coming up. So you can follow all of our coverage at AL.com or AL.com/highschools. Thanks.